Well, I was kind of hoping to have this be a part of the next episode, but it got to the point where this little essay was just a bit too long to add to a normal episode of Grumpy Gavin, so we're just gonna do this.
Grumpy Gavin plays Spec Ops the... Wait, no. Grumpy Gavin plays Cognitive Dissonance? Cognitive Dissonance. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Grumpy Gavin, and today we are not playing anything. Today we are talking about cognitive dissonance. Cognitive dissonance is the state of having inconsistent thoughts, beliefs, or attitudes, especially as relating to behavioral decisions and attitude change. Some of you may know where I'm going with this already, especially after that last episode of Spec Ops, but bear with me here. I sort of like the sound of my own voice. Now, according to Wikipedia, cognitive dissonance is a mental discomfort. It happens when you perform an action contrary to your beliefs or when you are presented with new information that contradicts your beliefs. It's a very subtle feeling we get, cognitive dissonance. It's, hopefully one that everyone watching has experienced before. Leon Festinger, in his theory of cognitive dissonance, he says, as humans, we generally try to avoid this kind of mental inconsistency. It makes us uncomfortable. But how do we avoid this discomfort? Well, you've got a few options. Number one, you can change the behavior or the cognition. Number two, you can justify the behavior or the cognition. And number three, you can deny the information that conflicts. Now that we have the basics down, let's jump right in. Killing people is wrong, right? Seems like a pretty basic moral principle that I think most of us will agree. Hey, you, no, stop. I see you, YouTube commenter, about to type in the comments that killing isn't necessarily wrong. Stop, dude, just stop. I mean, the fact that you're commenting on a YouTube video in the first place is bad enough. Anyway, killing people is wrong, right? So why do we do it in every shooter game ever? But Grumpy Gavin, you say. It's okay, because it's not real. We're not actually killing anyone. But Grumpy Gavin, you say. We have to kill these people. They're evil terrorists. But Grumpy Gavin, you say. It's okay, because I no longer have any moral qualms about killing people. You thought of one of those things, didn't you? Don't lie. It's okay, I thought of all three of them myself. So let's get down to brass tacks. Spec Ops: The Line has the player shooting Americans. You're not fighting aliens or zombies. These guys aren't terrorists. I'd barely call them traitors. And the CIA, your friends, are apparently the ones who restarted the conflict between the 33rd and the local population of Dubai. For dubious reasons. Lugo and Adams are, of course, expertly used to provide us with opposing viewpoints on that particular deteriorating situation. But Grumpy Gavin, it's not real, it's just a game. Well, that's true, my loyal viewer. It is a game, and you're not actually killing Americans in real life. But does that really make you feel any better? I mean, think about it. You go to see a movie like Mad Max Fury Road, right? And they're driving into the sandstorm and the music's blaring and Furiosa uses her semi-truck to bash another car into a lightning tornado and Nux is chroming up screaming, I am the man who grabs the sun, riding into Valhalla. The skull bobblehead on his dashboard is nodding with enthusiastic approval, and Max is in the back punching out the window in an attempt to not become a part of a kamikaze attack. Now tell me, your skin didn't crawl and your heart did not pound. Tell me your body did not shake when you watched that. I myself am quite a flutter just writing this stuff. Now look, Mad Max is a movie. It's not real. And yet, it's able to elicit that adrenaline-pumping response from its audience. Now, I could sit here and come up with a wider range of examples of movies, music, and books creating emotional responses from their fans, but you get my point. And if a movie, a piece of music, or a novel can make you feel a certain way, why can't a video game? And why can't the way it makes you feel be discomfort? Why can't it be that cognitive dissonance kind of discomfort? After all, unlike movies, books, and music, you are the one doing the actions. In Spec Ops: The Line, you're not watching Captain Walker kill Americans. You're not watching him feel bad about it. You are the one killing them. In a video game, the feelings that you should feel should be felt on a magnitude that is higher than any other medium of entertainment. So no, wonderful viewer, option 3 is not a viable option, I'm afraid. But Grumpy Gavin, we have to kill them. They're evil terrorists. Well, as Americans, or any civilized country really, Britain and France are just having a real hard time these days. As Americans, we had a pretty big hard-on for fighting terrorists in the decade preceding 9/11. And who wouldn't? Dudes punch us, we want to punch back. That's just basic human instinct. And so in 2007, when Infinity Ward brought Call of Duty to the modern times, they said to themselves, hey, who are we gonna fight in this game? Nazis don't make any sense anymore. It's 2007. The obvious answer is, of course, terrorists, with a side of Russia, because who doesn't love stirring up the Cold War pot, am I right? Next thing you know, every first-person shooter is in the modern day now, and they've all got hard-ons for fighting terrorists, Russians, China, North Korea, etc., etc. Long story short, America loved to fight terrorists, which soon spiraled into hating on all foreigners, because, all terrorists are foreign. That was sarcasm. You see where I'm going with this. Spec Ops has us fighting American soldiers within the first hour or so, and man, it should not feel good. And yeah, these American soldiers have done some bad stuff, but let me show you a little sneak peek of the next episode of Grumpy Gavin Plays Spec Ops. Giant face on a building, I guess. Must be a Dubai thing.
Bradley, you got any gum?
Here you go. Last piece.
I don't want to take your last piece, dude.
Take it. Stole it off of Benson anyway.
Ah, well, fuck that guy.
I'm kidding.
You know, with all the shit going on, I forget how beautiful this place can be.
I feel you.
You know, sometimes at night I'll just come out here and sit. Just listen to the wind.
Yeah. Reminds me of how the wind used to howl through the trees where I grew up. Kind of peaceful, actually.
Hard to believe there's any peace in a place like this, huh?
You gotta look for peace no matter where you are, man. Helps remind you what you're fighting for.
And true that. Anyway, thanks for the gum. I'm gonna go check upstairs.
Anytime.
Pretty cool stuff, right? Can't wait to see that episode. It's gonna come out soon. So, go ahead and tell me that those two dudes in the stairwell were some bad dudes. Go ahead and tell me that they were evil monsters who don't deserve to live. Seriously, go into the comments and tell me. I want to see who has the cojones. In any case, the people you kill are not terrorists, and they're not evil. Option 2 is right out. So what does that leave you with? Option 1, you can change your beliefs or your behaviors. The belief that killing is wrong. Can you change that? Can you stop believing that it is morally wrong to kill? Well, yes, you can actually. But then we get to delve into a whole new realm of psychology and psychopathy. I'm just not prepared to talk about that. And by the way, please don't change that belief. I prefer it when people don't run around on killing sprees. So, can't use any of the 3 options to reduce the cognitive dissonance. Thus, we have discomfort. you do not feel good playing this game. You don't feel good killing people who aren't villains. It kind of makes you wonder, is there no other option we haven't thought of? Well, option 1 did say you could change the belief or the behavior. What if, and get this, what if we were to stop doing the thing that causes the dissonance? What if we stopped playing Spec Ops: The Line? Well, hang on to that thought, expert viewer. Hang on to that thought.